Hey guys, how's it going? So let's talk Battlefield Hardline. Now I've been playing for a little bit now, and I decided that I would use all the knowledge of my gameplay to put together a little review for you guys, where I'll basically be going over all the stuff that I like and all the stuff that I don't like in Battlefield Hardline. So for organizational purposes, I split this review into 4 segments: surroundings, gameplay, map, and new stuff, or SGNM. Anyways, let's get to it. Well, the first thing I want to go over is surroundings, and that is basically the game aesthetics and all the things that you see and all the stuff that you hear and all the stuff that make up those Michael Bay moments that you have in all the Battlefield games. And first thing I noticed when I started playing Hardline is the graphics. From the menu and into the game, the graphics just look amazing. I like what I see. It's just I like it. I don't know how you guys will think about it, but I think personally it's pretty awesome. Now the second thing I want to say is the sounds are insane. Now I'm going to cut here to a clip that I made, and this is actually in one of my videos already. I need to get myself some wheels. Jeez, do you guys hear this? It actually feels like you're in the game. You're right there. You feel like that bridge that's above you is gonna fall on you. It's just insane. I really love how they did the sound. Another thing in the aesthetics and the surrounding is the voices. And now I have mixed feelings about the voices because although they're nice, if you're playing alone and everything, it's cool that your character's talking and talking about pretty much if you kill someone, it's like, oh yeah, got him. But I mean, it seems like they say it a whole lot too much. Another thing that I want to note is in the clip that's going on right now, is that Chris Rock?
Make sure they get here.
Get these guys off me, man!
I don't know. I think it sounds a little bit like Chris Rock. So, in the comments, tell me if that's Chris Rock. I don't know. Another thing I like is the alternate melee. I almost said melee. Alternate melee weapons, and that's like in Battlefield 4. If you remember, you had knife, and if you got in the battle pack, another knife. And yeah, that's cool and all. You got all these different kinds of knives. But what's really cool is that in Battlefield Hardline, it's not only a knife. Actually, I don't think you can even have a knife. But basically, if you're like one of the thieves, you got like this, you got either hammers or baseball bats or all these awesome hitting weapons that you see. But if you're a cop, you got the baton, and you got the, there's like, I've actually seen a collapsible baton like the dude in Watch Dogs has. So I think that's a pretty cool thing that they've added there. Another thing is the suppression system. Now in Battlefield 4, if you remember, the suppression system was basically, you would be, let's say you were just sitting somewhere and someone started shooting at you, your screen would get all blurry and stuff, and it sometimes was really bad. Well, they sort of have the same thing, except you kind of get like a black focus thing around your screen. And I'm not really sure if I like it or not. It's interesting, it's new, it kind of shows that you're focusing on the dude who's shooting at you, and you're blinded a little bit on your surroundings. But I mean, I haven't been in enough situations where it's happened to me, so I can't tell you if it's too distracting or anything. I'll just have to play a little bit more to find that out. So that's all the stuff that I got for the game aesthetics and stuff. I'm gonna move on to gameplay. Now, the first thing I noticed in the gameplay, or rather the last thing I noticed, but the most important to me, is that there's no freezing. And this is awesome because in Battlefield 4, for the first probably 3 months, 4 months, 5 months that I played Battlefield 4, I was always constantly afraid that the game would freeze on me. It would freeze and force me to restart the entire system. And it took like 5 minutes of boring restarting systemness. Well, that hasn't happened to me yet in Battlefield 4, knocking on wood here. So I think that if there's no freezing, this game will be pretty awesome. Another thing I noticed is that there weren't any frame drops while I was playing. I didn't have any moments where I was getting shot at intensely and started lagging a bit. That never happened, so that is awesome. That's really good. Now, one thing I did notice, though, and this is unfortunate, is that there are a lot of kill trades. I mean, I found that at least probably 40% of the times that I was killing someone, I got a kill trade. So, and to show you that, I've put together a little kill trading montage. Go. wasn't that fun. A little kill trading montage. It happened all the time to me. I don't know. I mean, I know it's a projectile-based system, so there's going to be kill trading, but I don't know if they can like even that out or anything, balance it a little bit so it's less. But I really hope they do, because kill trading is quite annoying. Now, here is something that I am really proud to say. Knife countering is gone. The knife countering that you had in Battlefield 4 that they were so proud to show us, which ended up kind of being broken, is gone. Now let me show you some footage from me playing Battlefield 4. Okay. Oh god. Yeah, I'm knifing it. No, what the... Guys, let me talk about another issue in Battlefield 4. So that's the problem with the Battlefield 4 knife countering system, because people could counter you so easily and you could just get killed from it, and there's nothing you can do. So I'm really happy to say that the knife countering is gone. So now you can knife people without worrying that they will be able to counter you without you being able to counter their counter, if that makes sense. Now another thing I noticed is the headshot indicator, and I really like that. It's a little red. The crosshair turns red when you get a headshot. And now I've seen people play on YouTube who played on PC that have had this for a while. They've had the headshot indicator, and they were like, "Oh yeah, this is really cool," but we've already had it for a little bit of time. Well, I'm playing on PS3, and I don't think there was a headshot indicator. I've looked for it, and I didn't find it. But I'm really happy to say that they've added this feature to even the PS3's version of Battlefield Hardline, so that's really cool. Makes me happy when I get a little headshot. Now here's one really interesting aspect to the game, and it's non-lethal takedowns. This is really cool because not only do you have to shoot somebody in the face to get them out of your way, you can tase them, you can knock them down with a little baton or something. You don't have to kill them. You can just knock them down. And one thing that's really cool is that after you knock them down, or after they're non-lethally taken down, you can interrogate them. And what this basically does is it shows you the location of any enemies that are around you. Now, at first, when I was watching trailers of Battlefield Hardline, I saw that the people were interrogating other people, and I was worried that maybe this would be a broken system where people would just interrogate everyone that they killed, because I didn't know that you had to non-lethally take someone down at first. So I thought it'd be broken and people would always know where you are. However, I think it's really cool because now it kind of puts emphasis on taking out people without actually killing them. And so using the taser, which is pretty decently hard to use because it's like a one-shot, single-shot fire. So I really like these non-lethal takedowns. I think they're pretty cool. Now another thing I really like is the team-based playstyle of this game mode slash map, and it's really cool because look in this clip right here. This clip is we're all in the safe room right now. We've got the money. We're the thieves. We're trying to get out. Unfortunately, the cops are waiting for us right outside the bank vault opening. So right where the bank, the huge door opens, the cops are right there. They're trying to get in to kill us all. Now, fortunately, there's another way out, and that's a little explosion you can make on the side where you can then escape. However, it takes a little while for it to explode. So we're pretty much racing against the clock as the cops are just killing everyone trying to get in here. And you can see player after player run towards that door trying to keep the cops out of the room. And they can't do it because the cops are just... There are too many of them. And eventually, of course, they all rush into the room killing us all. But the moment that you see is that the whole team was playing together. The cops were playing together trying to get into that room. The robbers were playing together trying to hold the cops out of that room. It was togetherness, which was really cool. It was team-based, and I thought it was a really cool moment. Next I want to talk about the doors, and this is really cool because Battlefield 4 didn't have doors. I remember Battlefield Bad Company 2 had doors that you could shoot open and stuff, or you could like shoot them to break them and stuff, but Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, as I recall, didn't have these doors. And I think this is really cool to add in Battlefield Hardline because, well, first of all, I don't have any clips of this, but you can place a little explosive above that door, and then you can, if someone walks into that door, the door will explode, killing them, so it's like a booby trap. Second of all, you can like use the door as a little way of surveilling. So like if there's someone coming, you can close the door and you can hide, and you can look another way, but then if you hear the door open, you know someone's coming up towards where you are. So of course you can use that as a way, like a little sound bomb thing, a way to know if someone's coming to kill you. So I think that's really cool. Also, there's this little button which controls these doors, and basically when you're the robbers, your first thing you want to do is run over to that button and close the doors, because otherwise the cops are coming in, and those doors are the only thing that keeps the cop out. So as you can see me do over here, I like run over to the button, I hit the button, and the door closes, and you can see the cops are right there. They're like, ah, darn you, I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for your meddling doors and your stupid button too. So I like doors. Doors are really cool. Now, one thing I'm really happy to see that they put in is the ability to take health, ammo, and that sort of thing from your friends. And I actually discovered this in the gameplay that I was playing 2 days ago that I already uploaded. Jeez, do you guys hear this? Alright, if there's... I can take ammo. I like that. I can actually take his ammo. I just did. If you need health or something, you can actually take it from people. There's a little button. If you run up to a medic, you can actually... If you press square and it says take health. If you need ammo, you run up to a support guy, you press square, it says take ammo. This is really cool because a lot of the time in Battlefield you would see you need ammo. Clearly. You're clearly out of ammo. You're requesting ammo. You're right next to like 5 support dudes and none of them are dropping ammo. And it's like, what the heck, guys? I know you have ammo in there somewhere. Just give me some ammo. But they don't want to. So I think this is really cool that you can now just like forcefully take it without affecting them. So that's cool. Now there are a few things that I don't like in the gameplay aspect of Battlefield Hardline, and one of those things is that the trip mines, the new trip mines that you have when you're a sniper, they're just unimpressive. I mean, I get it, it's a trip mine, you run into it and it explodes, but the explosions are just like, I mean, like in this clip right here, I'm running up the stairs, and I have no idea that there's a trip mine, and I run into it, and it's just like, poof, I'm dead. It's not like, there's no huge explosion, there's no even small explosion, it's just poof, I died. I mean, what the heck? It's a trip mine. It's supposed to... It's a mine. By definition, it's supposed to explode, right? Well, it doesn't explode very much, so I think that needs a little bit more visual aspect to it. Now, another thing I want to say or talk about is the super grenade. And I noticed this a few times when I was playing. For instance, in this clip, as you can see, I'm just minding my own business, and a grenade comes rolling in. Of course, I tried to my best efforts to jump out of the way, jump down the stairs to escape that grenade, but it was to no avail, as the grenade is super powerful and exploded me. So, the grenade, I mean, it more reflects real life, I guess, because frag grenades do kill like anything in their path. However, is it too powerful? I don't know. If you've played this and you've noticed this issue, post it in the comments, and we can have a little conversation about the super grenade. Now, another thing I want to mention is the after-death timers are pretty long, and I noticed this a few times, that it's a little bit longer than the Battlefield 4 after-death timer. And so, is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? I don't know. The good aspects of it, it will... when you kill someone, they're not immediately back in the game trying to kill you. The bad aspects of it, you're not immediately back in the game after you die. So, I mean, you decide. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. Next, I'm going to move on to the maps, and this is one thing I'm really impressed about. The map I'm playing on is called Bank Job, and it's I think it might be exclusive to Heist, but you might also be able to play it in Conquest. I'm not sure. But this map right here is really cool because there are multiple ways to get to anywhere you want to go. Like, even, okay, the most secluded place, or the most choke point area of the map is going to be the bank vault, because there's only one way in, by definition, it's a bank vault. However, even in the bank vault, the robbers can literally make more paths. So you got the first way in, you got the big door that swings open. Then you got a second way in, which is more of a way out, and that's the explosion you can put on the wall to explode the wall, exposing another way out that you can go. And finally, if none of those work, you can explode the roof, where an air conditioner comes down into the vault, and you can actually use it as like a little stairway to get in and out of the vault. And that's really cool, because like anywhere you need to go, you can get there multiple ways. And let me tell you, anywhere else on the map, the zipline, which I'll talk about later, by the way, the zipline really helps, because if you want to get to a roof, and there's a roof that's a little bit higher than that roof, you can use the zipline to get there. You can make it so that none of the enemies expect you. And like I said, I'll talk about the zipline in the new stuff section. But another thing that I do like about the maps is that there are so many great places to have shooting battles, like these big, epic, realistic battles that you're having with enemies. And for instance, in this clip right here, you can see that I'm just minding my own business, I get shot, and of course I freak out, and a few people spawn on me, and it spawns this all-out battle where I'm using a pistol because my primary weapon is of course a shotgun, and it's just insane because we're having this like across the roof battle. It's just really cool. I like it. And there are a couple places like that where you can have battles just like that. So I like those kind of moments that you're having like a battle and you feel like a real soldier. You're like, oh, I don't want to get shot, but I want to shoot them. And like leaning out and you're like, pa 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 pa. But yeah, I think it's really cool. Another thing is map interaction, and that's really like I mentioned the doors. That's one way you can interact. I mentioned the button. It's another way you can interact. But like these bombs, like bombs to create separate ways, places to put bombs so you can booby trap things. That's all map interaction. That's really cool because it feels more realistic when you can actually like manipulate all the things around you. So like the first thing Battlefield did was the building destruction. That was the first way that you could interact with the map. You could destroy buildings for another way in. Well, of course, now you still have the breaking of glass. You have opening doors. You got these placing tripwires, or not tripwires, but zip lines to go down places to make new access ways. It's just the map interaction I think is really good in this game. And that's really all I have for maps. But finally, I'm gonna talk about the new stuff in Battlefield Hardline. So first thing I want to mention is in the new stuff is the new game modes, and those new game modes that you can play in beta are Heist and Hotwire, where Heist, basically the mission is for you to steal a bunch of money and bring it to an escape area, and if you're the cops, your mission is to stop the other people from doing that. And Hotwire, the mission for both teams, is to get in a bunch of cars, drive them as fast as you can, and you earn points by doing that. Both are really fun maps, and what I like is that the maps are tailored for the game mode. So for instance, Bank Job, which is the one you see right now, that map is like, that's a heist map. I think you could probably play Conquest on it, but it's not a Hotwire map. It's not like, and it's a heist map. It's made for heist. It's called Bank Job. I mean, what else would you use it for? It's heist. And historically speaking, Battlefield is really good at tailoring the maps for the modes. Unfortunately, they kind of lost sight of that in Battlefield 4, but I'm glad to see that they're kind of bringing it back, because that would be pretty awesome. Now, one thing I can sort of speak for, not maybe a little bit, is hacker mode. And hacker mode is, I haven't tried out hacker mode, so I can't show you any footage, but basically I think hacker mode is kind of like commander mode in Battlefield 4, which kind of scares me a little bit, because commander mode in Battlefield 4 was a little bit one-sided, because a lot of the time that I was playing, one team would have a commander and the other team wouldn't. And of course the team that had a commander had a huge advantage over the team that didn't. And so if the hacker has as much power over the game as the commander did, I fear that it might be a little bit one-sided. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, and I won't be able to until I test out hacker for you guys, but I mean, hope it's good, right? Now, I do want to mention that there's also a new money-based system. So in Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, what you had is you had a point-based system. So to unlock another weapon, you had to basically score points, and once you scored enough points, you would unlock the weapon. Now, in Battlefield Hardline, basically, when you do things in the game, you get money. And with this money, you can buy battle packs, or you can buy guns, you can buy hardware, and stuff like that. And I think this is really cool, because if you want like the most powerful gun in the game, you don't have to wait to get it. You don't have to go to a really high level playing super long hours of the game. You can buy it. I mean, you can save up all your money. If it's really expensive, you can play a lot, you can save up all your money, and then you can buy the gun, right? And then you won't be overpowered by all of the enemies that have also high-powered guns. You can use whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Now, I will say some of the guns have little requirements before you can get them, but that's like get a few kills with this, do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. It's not skill-based anymore, it's money-based, which I think is really cool. Now for the last two things that I want to talk about that are really my favorite things that they've added into the game. First thing, the Zipline. Now, this is really cool, guys. With the Zipline, basically, if you're at a point, and you want to get to a point that's a little bit lower than you are, or maybe even is like the exact height as you are, you can basically shoot this little zipline gun. It will fire a little wire, and then you can slide with the little zipline over to that area. This is really cool because it basically creates new access points wherever you are. However, this does also open up a little bit of trolling. As you can see in this clip right here, I've fired a zipline and I'm going down and then pause. Right here. Do you see that right there? Yeah. That guy basically saw my zipline and put a little tripwire just right in front of where I would land. Unpause. Boom. I die. I mean, what else can I say? It's pretty funny. I like it. That was a funny moment that I had. I sat there for a few seconds after that happened. I was just like, oh my god, this guy just trolled me. Now there is one thing about the zipline is that sometimes it doesn't work, and I'm not quite sure why it wouldn't work yet. But all I know is that occasionally when I'm trying to zipline somewhere, the zipline won't zipline. Like, I'll fall off the zipline in the middle of my ziplining adventure. So I'll be trying to go somewhere and I'll just fall off. Now, I don't know if this is if someone shoots me, or if this is if I like hit something, or if my zipline isn't exactly in the right spot. But yeah, sometimes I fall off. So I don't know if it's a glitch. I don't know if it's a game mechanic. Either way, meh. I wish I could get into windows and stuff with ziplines. It would be really cool. Finally, the taser. Now I had a lot of fun with the taser, and the taser is like the best way to non-lethally take someone out. It's a projectile, so well, sort of. It's like a projectile attached to your gun. But basically, like if there's an enemy in front of you, like you can see in this clip, I shoot them with a taser because they're standing still. Now, if nothing else, the taser makes you feel like a cop, like you're actually a cop, and that's what I really like. Because I'm running around with a taser, I'm like, oh yeah, you guys better watch out. I got a taser. I can mess you guys up with electricity. Hashtag physics. So after you knock someone out with a taser, you can of course interrogate them and find out where their enemies are. Now that's really all I have for you guys. If you think I missed something or you want to talk about something, start a conversation in the comments, guys. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you like my videos in general, please don't forget to subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Oh dear, I keep thinking it's gonna...
I'm pinned down!
That guy looked like he freaked out at the last moment.